Hi everyone, I wanted to talk about a very interesting experience I'm having right now being a student. So I'm trying to teach myself Python and I enrolled in an online course, and it's very eye-opening being a student after being a professor or while being a professor. So I haven't been a student for many years, and it's probably been one of the most humbling, eye-opening thing. And during this journey learning Python, I wrote down a few lessons that I think are very important for everyone to know, for all students, because these are just a few lessons I've learned. The first thing I want to say is that I'm really confused. I'm so confused. I feel incredibly overwhelmed. This is a beginner's class, and I feel like just what seems easy to a lot of people who are in the field is definitely not easy for me. And I'm saying this as someone who is very good in one field, which is biology, but in another field, it's been very confusing. So if you are learning something new, especially for my science students, it's normal to feel confused because I'm feeling confused. That comes with point number two is I felt very demotivated. I felt like, okay, maybe I'm just dumb and I don't know this. And that's been hard. That's been hard feeling like, why am I not understanding this? And I have to pause multiple times. I have to go back. I have to relearn it. So I'm just saying this as someone with a PhD, that even we can feel insecure, that we can feel like something is wrong. Why am I not learning this? I had moments of like, is my brain just not functioning properly? The third thing I wrote is that I feel like there's so much detail being thrown at me, which makes sense. And I'm 100% sure that I do this with my students without any bigger context, especially with someone new in the field, where you go in and you learn about commands and outputs and inputs and what to do in terminal and the text editor and all of that. But I'm very confused on the bigger picture, and I know it will all come together. And I tell this to my students all the time, especially when we're learning the immune system and they're learning all types of cells, and I tell them, just go through it, it will all make sense. But it's actually teaching me that maybe as an instructor I should go back and emphasize the big picture as we're learning the details, because it's not just about memorizing the details. It's like, why am I putting this command? For example, the simplest of things, when we were learning how to make our first program, the instructor kept saying like, put CD, put PWD, but I never knew what these things were. So I had to pause the video multiple times, and this gets me to my next point, and open ChatGPT to have it explain it to me. And I learned the power of ChatGPT in equity and in education and in just reinforcing things. I would tell ChatGPT, explain this to me in a better way, explain this to me in a different way. And that was very nice to see that I was learning it while pausing the video, getting it. And when I didn't understand what ChatGPT was telling me, I would tell it, explain it in a different way, explain it in a simpler way. That's not working. I'm not understanding. And I understood it completely. I'm not saying ChatGPT is the way to learn something, but I'm saying it goes wonderful hand in hand with a course you're taking. So that was really nice in learning how to close that equity gap that we talk about in education. The next thing I learned as a student is the immense value of having recorded lessons. So with education moving back to traditional education, which I kind of want to say unfortunately, so from COVID days, we were all teaching at home and doing lessons. And then from this, we came into recorded lessons. And I feel like recorded lessons are just so much more powerful, the ability to stop and record them and do all of that.